Prius is one of the most hated enthusiast cars. But why? Well, it's a hybrid to start off with, which isn't particularly what enthusiasts like to drive. Second of all, it's not really sporty. I mean, this thing only has 134 horsepower, so it's not like it'll do 0 to 60 and anywhere close to what supercars do. The third generation Prius keeps its same body style as the previous generation, kind of a sportier hatchback. The Prius is clearly a Japanese vehicle. You can tell from, of course, its stranger headlights and design, and also the clear taillights, but overall, it's actually a very good looking car. Taking a look on the outside of this car, it's really difficult to tell that it's a plug-in hybrid. The only ways to tell are, of course, the badging, of course, the port where you can charge it out of. Being that this is the plug-in hybrid version of the Prius, it is more expensive, but it does get a lot better fuel economy thanks to its longer electric vehicle range. Now, a typical Prius can run in electric mode only, but only for about, I don't know, half a mile or so at most. Then it has to recharge its battery again, and it can go for another half a mile a little bit later down the road. This Prius, though, once it's fully charged through the charge port, which you plug into your house, it can get around 10 miles of electric range, if not more. In fact, this thing will do about 20 kilometers or about 12-13 miles on full EV charge. And that's really good. I mean, it's not as impressive as a true electric car, but for the time this car came out, which is in 2012, I mean, that was a breakthrough. I mean, sure, the Tesla Model S had come out, but that car is still, way ahead of the rest. So it was a huge breakthrough, especially for Toyota, especially when plug-in hybrids were brand new. Let's go and take a little bit more of a look at the interior and exterior of the car. In order to charge the car, it's pretty simple. You just open the charging port, take this end, plug it in, and take the other end of the cord and just plug it into your house. This goes into any 120 volt. I personally do love the look of the Toyota Prius Plug-In. I think it looks way better than the normal hybrid. I mean, it has these really good LED daytime running lights down here, along with the signal lights, and it has these good xenon headlights here. And overall, it's really good. I like the chrome trim on the front. There's some more chrome on the back, and there's another piece of chrome that goes right down the side. And I think it gives it a really good look along with these great 18-inch alloy wheels. So people complain about the styling, but the styling isn't too offensive. I mean, Toyota didn't try to make it sporty. They know it's a Prius. It's not supposed to be sporty. I mean, yeah, there's a subtle wing here, but it's really just part of the two-tier rear window tailgate. The Prius comes with Toyota's Smart Key Access system, and it's pretty similar. It's a pretty standard-looking remote. You have your unlock, your lock, and then you have, of course, the alarm. And there's an AC button that I have no idea what it does. It's not a remote starter, and it doesn't turn the air conditioning on, at least I don't think. So if you guys know, comment below. But it's pretty easy. So when getting in, you don't need your key. You just put your hand behind it, it beeps, and you can ring it up. First look inside, it's a definitely different looking interior because one, the odometer and tachometer are not in front of you here like you expect. They're actually up there. And the dash is kind of strange too because it's very, futuristic looking. It has this cool shifter here, and it's all kind of, suspended above this little cargo area underneath. And it's all joined together, and although it's a little bit strange, I think it actually suits the car quite well. I mean, if you want to make a car that's, hybrid, fuel efficient, and looks like this on the outside, I think this is a good way to go on the inside, too. Now we're inside the car, let's take a look inside. It's really spacious in here, which is good. The seats are nice and comfortable, too. This car has push-button start, so when you want to start it, simply just put your foot on the brake, and you turn it on. So basically, the top screen here is where the odometer sits. So on the left, you have your fuel gauges. In the middle, you have your speed, your miles per gallon, where the transmission, what gear it's in. And then on the right here, you have a screen that you can change if you want. So it's currently set in the energy monitor setting, which basically tells you where the power is coming from. So it's coming from the engine, the electric motor, and how full the battery is. It also has the EV distance. So it's telling me right now, for example, it's at 9.8 miles. and you can switch it up with a button on the steering wheel, and you can change to a kind of an eco indicator monitor, and it basically shows you how much charge you're using in power and if you're being environmentally friendly or not. There's another consumption page here, and there's a bunch of different settings here to show your EV, hybrid, fuel economy, or whatnot. Let's take a look at the infotainment system. It's a pretty simple head unit. It's not anything special. This is what Toyota is using for the engineering their N-Tune system. So it's pretty simple. The car comes with navigation, and it's an alright navigation system. The graphics are pretty bad compared to what you expect nowadays, but I'd say it was decent for 2012, and it still works fine. You can also connect your phone to this. Of course, it has Bluetooth, and you can connect your cellular to it, so you can actually go and browse on the internet here, check the weather, sports, stocks, there's Pandora, and you can also look at the fuel prices and the traffic, and you do hook up your phone, and even check your emails for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. You have all of your buttons here for things, and something that's really cool in this car that you don't see a lot in cars is this here. So it's actually for your clock, so you can easily change your clock here just simply with a couple of buttons here. Most cars you have to go to menus, and it's hard to configure. Another cool thing about this car is since it's electric and you can plug it in, you can also set a timer for when you want the charge to come on. So for example, let's say you want to put it on at 8 p.m. tonight because, I don't know, the electric cost of electricity is cheaper. You can actually set a time, and the car will actually, after it's plugged in, turn on at a certain time depending on what you want. Looking down here at the climate controls, it's pretty simple, pretty basic. Of course, you have your temperature on the left here. You want to turn off your fan. This thing has auto climate control, air conditioning, and all of your defrosters on the right here. If you look down below here, you have your 3 different driving modes. So the one on the left here is the hybrid electrical vehicle switch button. So you can switch back and forth if you want to go full electric, or if you want to turn your car into like a regular hybrid, like a regular Prius is, or if you want to use your electric mode. There's an eco mode here, and as soon as you put the eco mode, it changes the screen to this eco setting here. Another light lights up on the left, and it basically is limiting the throttle response and is basically trying to give you better fuel economy. And then there's the power mode here on the right, which is for overtaking, and if you're getting on the highway or you're trying to accelerate really quickly, put it in power mode, and the throttle response is better, and overall the car is much quicker. Let's take a look down here now. This is a great storage area. You can put a small bag or something. Put your phone down here, and it has a 12-volt socket, and it has heated seat controls, both front passenger seats, and it's a good amount of storage here. Put lots of things in here. You have 2 cup holders. One of them can be hidden with this cover here. Flip it up. It's another cup holder. There's another one back here. And the center console is all right size. You have your USB point in here, so you can charge your phone. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but you would expect that. This car came out in 2012 before that was invented. And down here you also have another 12-volt socket. And inside the center console, it's actually not that bad. There's a good amount of space down here. Not bad. And the seats are really comfortable. It's a good driving position, and although it does take a little bit of time to get used to the speed being up here instead of in front of you, oh my god, it keeps turning. It's actually not that bad, and it's good. It's right in front of you, and overall visibility is really good. You have these windows here, which are really nice and good to look at, and the A-pillar is a little bit obstructive, but it's not that bad. Visibility is pretty good. And some people would think, okay, well, with the 2-tier rear windshield glass there, it would be a little bit hard to see out of, but it's actually fine. It's pretty good visibility. You mainly look out the middle one there, and the top one adds a little bit more visibility. The car doesn't come with a sunroof. I believe you could get the Prius with a sunroof. It was some sort of like solar sunroof. It has a solar panel on top and then a sunroof up here. This car doesn't have that though. Let's take a look at the rear seats. Hopping in the rear seat here, there's a good amount of room. So the driving position is set in, kind of an all-right setting. So there's a lot of room back here. You can move the seat back much farther, as you can see, because really there is a lot of space back here. There's lots of leg room. Headroom is really good thanks to the hatchback. And it's pretty good. You have the center armrest here, which is nice. 2 cup holders. You don't have any rear seat air vents, but you really wouldn't expect that from the car. in this price bracket, and overall it's really nice back here. It's pretty comfortable. The seats are a little bit harsh, and it's good. You probably could sit 3 people back here, although it wouldn't be comfortable. But actually the middle seat's not that big, and if you look down here, it's a nice low floor hump, so easy to put the feet on it, and there's plenty of room to stretch out back here. Now taking a look back here in the hatchback, it's not a powerlifting. It's actually pretty heavy and big compared to well, my Subaru. It's much lighter than that. But there's a good amount of space back here. There's a cargo cover. It's pretty good. And there's a good amount of space back here for your average needs. And when you do want to fold down the seats, it's pretty simple. Just buttons here on the top, push them down like that. This one's right. There we go, and then you just take this out. Just flips out like that. And then there's a good amount of space back here. There's also another pocket underneath for seats here, and then you can. This is actually a spot for the actual plug, so I keep an extension cord down here in case the outlet to plug in the car is too far away. You can use this, and the plug can also fit down here too. It's good. That's basically the trunk. So if you don't buy this car for its performance, clearly not, you buy it mainly because of its fuel economy. This car is really good for fuel economy. Of course, it has an electric range of around 10 miles like I showed you there. In fact, it's more than that. That's what it just displayed. And normally this car gets over 50 miles per gallon, which is impressive. I mean, 50 miles per gallon is really good for any car. And for a non-electric car, it's pretty good. And of course, this is the electric version, so it gets even better fuel economy. I think we range about 80 miles per gallon or so when you're using kind of a combination of both. And that's pretty decent. And really, it's just kind of the next step up from the hybrid Prius. It gets better fuel economy. There's a little bit more equipment on it, and I think it looks a little bit better than the normal Prius. So that's pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. I'm coming out with another kind of send-off video as I am selling this vehicle. This past 18 months with the Prius has been really fun. It's a great city car, and overall, I don't know what you could ask more of. It's a really good electric car, and it's a great start from Toyota into their electric cars, basically. After this, of course, there was a RAV4 electric, and then they just released the new Prius Prime, which is the successor to this. And I'm coming up with a little bit of a send-off video, so that will be fun, so check that out if you haven't already, and make sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my videos, and check out my website where I'll be leaving a little bit more information about the car there. So thanks for watching, have a good day.